Cats, the cute little creatures that have been ruling over the internet for the last decade. Love them or hate them, they're a big part of internet culture. Cats are funny, serious, witty, and they can do anything they want. Well, sometimes. Even
cats become savage killers when they eat human flesh.
Yes, we're talking about the corpse grinders. No, not that corpse grinder, but the classic 1971 Grindhouse film, The Corpse Grinders.
Corpse grinders.
My first introduction to this movie was just walking around the video store looking for a cheap horror movie to watch. I come to find a green backing on a Blu-ray titled The Corpse Grinders. The cover art itself is just awesome. Look, it says The Corpse Grinders turns bones and flesh into screaming savage blood death, all in blood-curdling color. I just love this kind of stuff, so I couldn't pass it up. It wasn't until I read the back where I was really excited. Just listen to this. The Lotus Cat Food Company has hit major financial trouble and is on the verge of closing until the owner realizes that rather than paying for meat, they can use bodies from the local graveyard to fill their tins. What? Take my money now. When I got home, I opened that case, popped the DVD out, put that shit in my PS4, and we're ready to go.
This is where the fun begins.
The opening scene starts with rain pouring outside someone's house with a cat trying to get in. And the people don't seem to care. Then the woman finally gets up from the couch to get the cat. Only to be attacked.
Oh, this has been a catastrophe.
Then you get the opening cutscene. Okay, those are weird cuts, but maybe it was just a mistake this one time. So we get introduced to a few of our main characters. I know these people have names, but I'm going to call them Gravedigger and Wife to make it simpler. I'm doing this because they just argue with each other the whole movie, and I don't really care to get to know their names.
Ain't you got some jerky?
Oh, here, you kill your appetite with this stuff.
A man's got to have meat.
Well, I do the best I can. I cook you hot meals.
Hurry up with my food.
Look, I'm hurrying, best as I know how.
Not my supper?
Yeah. How you can eat that salty meat and then a meal, it's beyond me.
Don't gab at me, woman. Just fix it.
Do this, do that, do this, do that. One of these days when I'm dead and gone.
You come to the right place.
Anyway, as a side note, Gravedigger's wife is just weird. Throughout the movie, she's carrying this doll around like it's her real child.
Here's your soup, pretty baby. Eat all your soup up for Mommy, Mommy's little baby. Eat your soup, my pretty baby.
Crazy bitch. So you come to find out that Gravedigger's job is to dig up bodies to sell them. If you didn't get that idea from the body he left on the floor. Wow, that dead body looks fresh. Also from the fact that how much money he should get from all the bodies he dug up.
833 pounds we got tonight. Makes a total of 2,485 pounds they owe me for. 20 cents a pound, that's $497 they owe me. And they better pay it up.
Then it just cuts to this crackhead just cleaning the floor. You see him trying to go through a door, and someone comes out and gets mad at him for trying to even get in there.
Where do you think you're going?
No place, Mr. Londu. No place.
I told you no one's allowed in the back room except Mr. Malfi and me. Maybe being out of a job will improve your memory.
Don't get mad at Willie.
Well, don't do that, sir, Mr. Landau. Besides, who else would hire me but you?
Then we get introduced to Landau and Multi, the businessman running Lotus Cat Food Company.
Think she suspects? What's to suspect? We're businessmen. Forget it.
You never feel nothing down inside, do you?
What should I feel, huh? 6 months ago we couldn't get arrested. Look at these orders.
Yeah, and that's another thing that bothers me.
Yeah, what's that?
Of course, Fatty wants some money because apparently the business has been so successful the last 6 months.
Yeah, sure, but it's taking too long. I need some walking around money right now.
When these two characters are around, they just bitch all the time. I mean, come on.
Yeah, well, all right, let's split it right now, every day, right down the middle. Keep talking straight.
Don't be stupid, Malton. We can't run a business that way. We can't. We're on COD, remember?
Well, we could shut down for a few days. I don't like this.
Shut up and get the case. We sure some of the stock left when Babcock was here.
What was that for?
For being stupid. Those two weren't cops.
Well, I can't help it. I don't like people snooping around. Well, you ain't letting them go, are you? They'll run straight to the car.
What do they know? Follow them, get back here and tell me where they went.
Well, ain't you coming?
Finally, we get introduced to our main characters, the people you will follow throughout the whole movie, Mr. Doctor and Mrs. Nurse. I just have one question for this scene. Why is there a cat in the room? It's not like it's his doctor's office. It's not like it's his office. No, there's an exam bench right behind her. This is an examining room. Why are you feeding a cat in an examining room? Anyway, Mr. Doctor coming in and starts drinking.
Do you always drink alone, Dr. Glass?
My man. Damn, you know this is from the 70s when you see that.
Besides, you did tell me he didn't have very much of a chance.
Oh, someone died.
He died somehow.
Well, that sucks.
I like all animals, Howard, but I love you.
Well, that's the nicest thing I've heard all day.
Of course, they have to have the love connection, because you know it wouldn't be a real movie without that.
I'm not so sure about your intentions, Doctor.
What do you mean? He just kissed you. And apparently this isn't the first time either.
Haven't I told you I loved you lately?
Yesterday. Between a gallstone operation and an appendectomy.
Maybe you'd better go before I lose my self-control.
Finally, this cat gets fed up from all this bullshit and attacks the doctor.
Baby son!
Leave him alone.
After watching 10 minutes of this, you start to notice that the actors are overacting, like a lot. But that's normal in these kind of low-budget horror movies. You kind of expect it at times, though. But the dialogue is just over the top and is taken way too seriously. Especially the conversation with Landau and the gravedigger negotiating over the bodies. Just look at Landau when he's talking.
You've been telling me for weeks. You owe me for 2,500 pounds.
The longer you wait, the more you get. Trust me, Caleb. I'll make you a lot of money. Sure, Caleb. You'll get everything that's coming to you. Just like I keep telling you.
No money, no meat.
You'll be hearing from me. And there'll be plenty of money for everybody.
He's just trying way too hard. Then we get this mustache guy out of nowhere. Nice mustache, by the way. And you know he's important because of the dramatic music they introduce him with. Finally, we get our first look at the
corpse grinding machine.
It doesn't look that great. Just looks like a conveyor belt going into a box with shit falling out of it. But let's give it the benefit of the doubt. It's very common for these low-budget horror movies to blow their whole budget on special effects. So maybe we might get something awesome, right?
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Breathtaking. Is that it? This is it? This was supposed to scare us? Really? But you do get to see the cool paste effects of the bodies that are grounded up. Let's continue. Then it cuts to a mortuary, and I swear these parts are just gold. One of the morticians is just talking to the dead body.
Let me introduce you to your new surroundings. On your left and right, you'll notice little crying rooms where people meet to view the remains while wondering about their legacies. And now I'm going to introduce you to Morty, a first-rate embalmer.
And yes, one of the morticians' names is Morty. Real clever guys.
He calls a vitamin.
Morty, we have another guest.
He'll have to wait.
God, these jokes are horrible. And they keep talking about mortician jokes like all the time.
What are you doing with all that money?
Oh, I'm going back to school.
You what?
I decided to change my vocation. Yes, I want to become a chef. I love gourmet foods.
Is that supposed to be a cannibal joke?
That's a little mortician joke.
Sweet. I was starting to get bored without another cat attacking somebody. Or just the person holding the cat down on their chest. But don't worry. Bum Santa comes and takes the cat off and kills it. I don't know. It just happens off screen. Back at the doctor's office, apparently she died from the cat attacking her.
It's a severed jugular vein. She bled to death.
This is where Santa tells them about what happened.
Well, how did it happen?
Well, she's sleeping, I guess, and the cat just went crazy.
Well, he got away, I suppose.
Well, if he did, he's really got 9 lives. I throwed him against that wall hard enough to kill him 10 times.
How morbid. So the doctor asks him to bring back the cat to do tests.
You mean he might still be there?
Well, more likely. You want to go look?
No, you go get him and bring him here.
And I'm going to censor this part because I don't want this video to be taken down for having a dead cat with its guts hanging out. And after watching this, I'm not going to try. This is when Doctor Who is this guy, comes in and tells them that the stomach remains of the cat might contain human remains.
Well, the sample wasn't really large enough to be definitive, but, yeah, it could be human.
Look, if we went back to that room, looked around, maybe we might find something.
And out of nowhere, they decide to go back to the woman's house and investigate her place? Why do that? This isn't your job. Don't do that. Don't do that. What is this? House? You know what? I'm just going to refer to the doctor as House now. Back at the factory, Eileen tells them that they have to shut down the line because they are out of ingredients. So he tells her to leave, but bring Willie up so he can talk to him.
All right, take the rest of the day off. The others too, except Willie.
What's with these random cuts? Do they think that we're stupid and we can't figure out that he's going to kill him and make him into cat food? Wait, what?
You don't have to do that, Mr. Landu.
Not Foxy Willie. No, but seriously, his real name is Charlie Foxy Fox. He sure looks like a foxy fox.
Very interesting.
Coming up cleaning after the spilt wine, he just looks at the camera. He did it. You see? He did it.
I guess we won't be needing Caleb anymore. Oil is full of ingredients.
What's with these random cuts again? God, is this supposed to imply that we, the audience, can't be made into cat food? And that we are the ingredients? Because the world's full of it? I guess. Dr. House and Medicine Bitch investigate the house that the woman just got killed in. Then they make a shocking discovery that they use the same cat food to feed their cats.
Look, Lotus, the same brand I feed baby son.
Wait, hold up. That is some of the worst editing I have ever seen. Let's watch that again. It just jump cuts from them in the house to a picture of a dead body, then they're back in the office. What the fuck? How did this happen? How did they get there so fast? I'm not going to go into this. The movie's full of this kind of crap. Now, we're getting the reasons why the cats are attacking people. I'm no animal scientist, so I'm going to let Dr. House tell you why the cats are attacking people.
Well, listen to this. The cat in all its forms, including the domesticated house pet, is very close to the savage state. The old saying that one doesn't own a cat, it owns you, is very true. They tolerate human beings only so long as it is to their advantage to do so. The tiger is called a man-eating animal, but it only becomes one after it has had its first taste of human flesh, usually as a result of being too old to have the necessary speed to run down the swifter animals on which it ordinarily feeds.
After that great investigating work, they start to think that maybe the food has something to do with it.
The house cats we're dealing with, having first tasted flesh through this, maybe?
So what do you think they do? My first thought was to test the food, but no, they don't. They don't test the food.
Maybe if we visited the factory where it's made.
They just go out and try to find the company making the food. Why do this?
Will you forget pet food for just 1 minute?
Of course, they kiss again. Typical. So they go to this branch of the FDA to find the information that they need.
We have an appointment to see Mr. DeSisto. Thank you.
Wow, that receptionist has a short skirt.
Ah, come in. Dr. Glass? Hi, how are you?
Bye, Michael. See you tomorrow.
And we all know what that guy's thinking.
A little skirt? Yeah, a little summery? Yes!
Trying to find the address to this company, they discovered that the owner has actually been missing for a long time.
Lately. Who? Fellow that disappeared recently. Carlton Babcock.
Then we get a cut of the receptionist walking back to her place. Why is it filmed like this? It looks like someone's stalking her. Oh, of course. She is a cat. How convenient. Oh, wait. She's taking her clothes off.
But I think we'd better get over there out of the way.
You don't need a lot of clothes because it's hot outside.
She goes and grabs a beer and lays on her couch like it's a photo shoot. God, you gotta love this.
Perfume, that's the stuff
Yes!
So they find the house of the owner of the cat food company to get some answers to what's going on.
We're looking for Mrs. Babcock.
Oh, I'm Mrs. Babcock.
As they're doing this, they confront the wife, which she's not really important, so I'm just going to skip this.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh.
But wait, the mustache man comes in and steals something. Yeah, I'm just going to skip that part. Let's go back to the receptionist on her couch. Oh, the cat looks like it's about to jump.
Joe, what happens if they find that little boy right away?
Don't worry about that. I'm not coming back in.
Back there. First door on the left.
Going back to the businessman in the office, I swear they have only 4 sets in this whole movie that they keep reusing. This is a part of the movie when the doctor and nurse confront the businessman and all they want is a case of cat food.
Yes, and we need a supply. We're taking a trip and taking our kitty with us.
Then again, they fucking complain about it.
Wasn't bad enough you had to buy corpses from Caleb. Oh, no, you had to go and kill old Willie.
We killed Willie. We're in this together every step of the way.
Hold on. This whole operation was your idea.
You're responsible for all this. Remember? Remember, Maltby? Remember, Maltby?
So, we finally see what happened to the owner of the business with a really shitty flashback scene. They basically killed him. Are you surprised? Good.
Dead. Put him in the grinder.
As a way to dispose of the body, they put him in the grinder, and that explains how human flesh got into the cat food. And apparently that was the secret ingredient the whole time.
What could have been sweeter? We chop them up and ship them out in cans. And who would have thought it would lead us on the road to riches?
Back at Farewell Cemetery. See, right there. I'm not making this shit up. How ironic. Gravedigger's getting mad because he hasn't gotten paid for his bodies yet, and he wants his money now.
You wouldn't be thinking of cutting me out.
You've got my word, Caleb. I'll be paying you a visit any night now.
So this is when we get our montage of people getting murdered in the corpse grinder.
Gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage. Show a lot of things happening at once. Remind everyone of what's going on. And with every shot, show a little improvement. To show it raw would take too long. That's called a montage. Girl, we want a montage. In anything if you want to go. From just a beginner to a pro, you need a montage. Even Rocky had a montage.
I'm just going to gloss over this part because it's pretty much just the doctor and nurse sneaking into the place and they get caught. But there is one part I do want to talk about. Just one little part. Okay, so obviously Eileen is there and she has a crutch. She has one leg and they don't open the door for her when she's leaving. That's fucked up. Why? So rude. So after getting kicked out of the factory, they get back to the office, and this is when Blondie decides to go back and try again by herself. Why? They were just there. You couldn't have waited like outside in a car or nothing. No, you only had like a handful of set designs, so you had to go back to at least one of them. There is another problem I just want to address throughout this whole movie. There is a lot of scenes where they just walk to one place to the other. Like, do we really need this? Do they really need to put that much padding in this movie? It's only an hour long. I'm just going to play this clip in its entirety just to show you what I'm talking about. So this is the final confrontation of Mr. Landau and Gravedigger, and he wants his money now.
I want everything that's coming to me now.
That's exactly what you'll get. First, have to know these bodies in the truck.
What's with these jump cuts? So, what does he do? Pulls out a gun. He wants his money now. This next scene is truly befuddling. It really did blow my mind when I saw this for the first time. Just look at this. Okay, so Gravedigger, he has his gun, threatens him, and you know what? I was going to let this scene play out in itself.
Cleo said you'd say. I want all the money. Now.
Well, sure, I got... You didn't think I'd actually try to cheat you, did you, my old friend Caleb? Look it's all right there. Here, take it. Put the gun away.
Wait, what? He just had a gun. He had his gun. He took his gun away from him. Then he pulls out his own gun and shoots him. What? What? You just had his gun. Use it on him. Why use your own gun? That makes... You know what? God, I'm not even going to try anymore. Is this movie over yet? So Gravedigger's wife comes in, finds him dead, and runs away. I know I've been shitting on the random cuts, but this next scene is just laughably bad. They do this really shitty face-off with each other, where they just cut to each other's face until he kills her. Buries her body, and that's the end of their storyline, if they had one. Of course, Blondie gets captured. Let's get some cheap screams with body parts. I like how they painted teeth on the blades to look like they have sharp edges. Very scary, guys. So Mr. Lando comes down, has enough of his shit, and decides to kill Fatty and make him into cat food.
No one's gonna stop me, Multi! No one's gonna stop me! I'll get it all! The money! Everything! Because you're nothing!
Then Dr. House comes down and saves the day.
Angie!
Oh, he got shot. But don't worry, Mustache Man comes down and saves the day.
I have the high ground!
So that's when we finally discover that he's a personal investigator investigating the disappearance of the business owner. Fuck me.
I'm Paul Donegan, special investigator. I'm looking for Carlton Babcock.
Really? At the very end of the movie?
I think he was part of the introductory scene with Lotus cat food.
But at least we get a kick-ass shot of a bunch of cats eating the bad guy. So that was the Corpse Grinders. That was interesting. I mean, it's still pretty bad, but that's what you get from these 70s Grindhouse films. They aren't made for quality, just made with a few things in mind: gore, sex, and cheap screams. You gotta love it. That's why I do. I must say that the whole idea of using human bodies to make cat food is pretty cool and gruesome. But I wish that they would have killed people and not just, dig up dead bodies. That would have made this whole blood curdling more valid. I've seen better, but it's not the worst thing I've ever seen. Thanks, Joseph Cranston, for writing the shit. Huh. I wonder. Damn.